What's up, guys? It is Dan and Nick back with another episode of F1 2021 Co-op Career Mode Season 2 in Canada. The Williams, of course, particularly good here thanks to the Mercedes power unit, so we're looking to get some good results. At least one of us will try to be. I'll just focus on trying to crash and cause safety cars as always. Yeah, we did particularly well here last time, I believe, so we're looking for yet another great result. Let's have a look at the starting grid in just a moment. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell to see when the next race is uploaded. And here we go. We have Max Verstappen and Yuki Tsunoda again on the front row. Of course, as I'm recording this, Yuki Tsunoda has been nerfed, so he will be doing worse later on. Nick and Norris, Perez and Ricciardo, Hamilton and Leclerc, Stroll and Giovinazzi round out the top 10. Nicholas Latifi and Fernando Alonso are followed by myself and Esteban Ocon, Nikita Mazepin and George Russell, Valtteri Bottas, Mick Schumacher, and right at the back we have Carlos Sainz, who doesn't have a penalty. He actually qualified there, and Pierre Gasly. Let's get into it.
The Canadian Grand Prix, Justin Freshpot third, Radiant Slothz, an incredible 10 places behind. It's lights out.
It's his lucky number, it's 13, and we're away. Justin Freshpot.
Great start from Max Verstappen. He has left the traction control on. Justin Freshpot looking all over the back of Yuki Tsunoda.
His helmet changes once again for this race, I believe. A very indecisive man, Justin Freshpot. Not sure on the colour schemes.
Right up the gearbox of Yuki Tsunoda. Coming into turn 5, I think.
One of the turns. He's coming into one of the turns.
Circuit. He's gone round it. What a driver.
This is on board with Radiant Slothz at the start of his race with an enormous dive bomb down the inside, although it was short-lived. And he was pushed sideways.
Squeezes 2 cars into the apex, and 3 cars into one corner will not go.
Fortunately,
basic mathematics.
Doesn't lose any positions until now, though, as Esteban Ocon has a look down the outside of the hairpin. He pushes him away just to make sure that he maintains the place and is successful in defending P13. Now looking to challenge P12. Gets past Nicholas Latifi with no problems whatsoever.
Coming into the hairpin. Will there be a crash? Will he spin?
I don't understand this spin. I was watching it back and I was like, what the hell did I do there? It just snapped.
A man who accelerates while turning but doesn't know why he's spun.
Carlos Sainz.
As he causes a virtual safety car
somehow stuck
as he
behind.
heads towards the pit lane.
In he comes into the pit. That is real time. The G-forces from the F1 brakes able to stop a car going at 200 miles an hour in 3 seconds.
The shadow of the front wing returns. Will the front wing itself return?
There it is.
They've taken it off anyway,
but
and put the new one on.
There was a nose with no front wing on there before they attached the front wing.
As he comes out with his teammate's number on his car once again to rejoin. 21 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. As we see him come into the Wall of Champions.
Oh, slight knock.
Hits it. I don't think that's a precursor to him becoming a champion. As we see Justin Freshpot rather easily overtaken by Sergio Perez. He locks up.
Sergio Perez will try and come back at him, but the Red Bull isn't quick enough in the hands of Sergio Perez as Justin Freshpot powers down towards the Wall of Champions. I think we're going to see a pit stop here. We're not going to see a pit stop here. He goes across the corner. What the fuck is this? This was not in the script.
Justin Freshpot now driving at 500 miles an hour.
What is this? The speed of the F1 cars.
Incredible editing from our video team as we come back into the Wall of Champions. I'm not sure if this is the next lap or the same lap.
Now I'm starting to wonder how much of the video I deleted instead of leaving in as we see Radiant Slothz coming round And there he goes. He's
spins
spun, but he keeps
through
out
the wall of champions.
He gets back, facing the right direction, and he's on his way once again.
Now 24 seconds behind Carlos Sainz as we go back on board with Justin Freshbot moving at a regular speed. Almost a collision with Yuki Tsunoda and Max Verstappen coming into the pit lane as both of them are maniacs. Max Verstappen pulls off. Justin Freshbot bouncing off the pit lane limiter here.
The Williams crew, what can they do here? There's
And they get him
filth
ahead of
all
Max
over them.
Verstappen.
It's an unsafe release for the Williams.
Inside Max Verstappen.
It's an unsafe release. How can they allow this? It's a good job Max Verstappen and his car are both dead. Otherwise, he would have gone into the side of his car with real
That could have
physics.
been a horrible accident, as we see now Justin Freshbot trying to overtake a man who was a ghost.
He
Can
comes
he make
down
the
the
move
pit
into
lane.
turn one as he overtakes Giovinazzi in the pit lane?
Yuki Tsunoda has lost out to the undercut here. Max Verstappen remains ahead of him, but Justin Freshbot now just about a second up the road from him. There he is in the background. That's
Nikita
P2.
Mazepin with an incredible P4. What a drive.
Radiant
Slothz
Slothz
still last.
coming into the wall of champions. And a champion he is, smashing his car to pieces as he is retired from the race.
That is yet another DNF for the Williams driver.
And
As
here we
a
are.
safety car comes out, Justin Freshbot trying to get the jump on Max Verstappen. He takes a dodgy line through the chicane.
Safety car lights still on, despite the fact the safety car has come into the pit lane. And we are racing once again. Justin Freshbot not quite as close as he'd like to be onto the back of Max Verstappen, and Yuki Tsunoda wondering why there is a Williams in front of him when he's in a Mercedes. Who knows? He's trying to
Coming
correct
up
this
to the
problem
hairpin.
into the
Yuki
hairpin.
Tsunoda says something in Japanese, but Justin Freshbot holds off.
It sounded
as he
like it could have been a
chases down
swear
Max
word.
Verstappen. It probably was, knowing Yuki Tsunoda.
Yuki Tsunoda, of course, an expert at crashing, just like Radiant Slothz. Although Radiant Slothz reserves his crashes for the race, Yuki Tsunoda reserves them for practice and qualifying. On board with
As
Justin
we see a
Freshbot.
manoeuvre here, coming down, the DRS wing flies open.
He's still
Justin
got
Freshbot
laps
looks
to
to
go.
the inside.
He's going to go for it. He turns in. Contact! He's hit Max Verstappen into the wall. He
Max
carries
Verstappen
on. He did
Giving
not
Justin
stop.
Freshbot no room to make the corner. If we see an onboard, we'll see Max Verstappen jerk in the direction of Justin Freshbot,
We'll take a
forcing
look.
him offline.
Let's see what happened. We're on board now. Justin Freshbot. Max Verstappen moves over. He gives him room. There is some interesting
He moves to the
movement
right.
going on there.
Causing the Williams to brake while turning, meaning he couldn't make the corner, leading to the contact.
Here we are with drone cam once again. Let's take a look.
man is chasing these cars.
He's a very
Clearly
fast man. There's
moved
the
across
contact.
there. Justin Freshbot couldn't make the corner after having to avoid Max Verstappen, causing the contact as he comes across.
He finishes in P1. That is P1 for the Williams.
It's-
Radiant Slothz turns for 20 seconds behind 19th instead of a DNF. At the end, what a magnificent recovery. That was with a broken car.
Pierre Gasly did nothing, gets driver of the day. But Justin Freshbot, the real hero, the saviour, you have to say, of this Williams team, as they pick up their first win of the season.
I can see the headlines now completely ignoring the fact that a Williams in the worst car on the grid has somehow managed to win a race and get P3 in qualifying, and instead they will talk about something else, probably
have to say,
unrelated to the driving.
It's incredible how the Williams is now a mid-table team, but Radiant Slothz still finishes last as Justin Freshbot takes a bow.
The strangest celebration that we've ever seen on the F1 podium. Max Verstappen, very unhappy with that, sprays Justin Freshbot in the eye with sparkling wine.
The Williams racing team back on top. A big bottle of bubbly as they pose for the pictures.
And there we go, there's Nick, the race winner, followed by Max Verstappen and Yuki Tsunoda on the podium. Feel free to pause there. Over in the standings, we have Yuki Tsunoda, Lando Norris and Sergio Perez as the top 3 at the moment. Nick is down in P7, and I am still at last on 0 points. But the Williams team, 4th in the constructor standings. We'll catch you in the next one.